Hello everyone, it's Puff. Today I just want to give everybody a quick update on the release of the Black Bolt White Flare Booster Bundle and the Holiday Calendar as well. This is the year 2025 version Holiday Calendar and I think it's pretty nice, and so I'm just going to quickly show you. I think in my previous video I've said that I wanted to get one of this, and yeah, my supplier did save one for me. So let's take a quick look. So this is what the box look like. I think it's really cute and the kids my kids are gonna love it. And so what we find inside is, of course, you have some Pikachu EV stuff, and then we also have the booster bundles. Of course, these are just released today, so I got 3 sets of Black Bolt and White Flare booster bundle, and the price I got them at was 55 Singapore dollar or almost 40 US dollars. So it's not exactly very cheap. It's slightly above MSRP in Singapore, about 20 to 30% above MSRP. It's not too bad. I'm going to show you in a while why I say it's not too bad. But back to the Holiday Calendar, I got this for 65 Singapore dollar. This is quite a little bit below MSRP. So the MSRP of this product in Singapore is actually quite expensive. It's 90 Singapore dollar, or if you convert it to USD, I think it's about 70, as close to 70, 60 something to 70 US dollar equivalent in Singapore. But I know in Pokemon Center in the USA, they're selling this for a lot cheaper. So the MSRP in US is actually a lot cheaper than MSRP in Singapore. And I think this is actually sounds like a better deal than the booster bundle, honestly. So now let's talk about this booster bundle in Singapore. Where can you find them and what are the price you are expecting to pay? Of course, I managed to buy mine for about 55 Singapore dollar for one bundle. For this shop, Neutral, I think this is not the first time I've mentioned them. Their price is honestly pretty reasonable considering the market in Singapore right now. They're selling for about 150 Singapore dollar for 2 of them, and so it's about 75 per piece. It's not so bad. So at the moment, you can still buy them, and this is for arrival of next week, I think in 2 weeks time, close to 2 weeks. So pre-sale stock arrives estimated 3rd September. So if you like to have them at a pretty reasonable price, $150, you can go ahead and buy from them. Another one here, this is a Game Academia, $80, so slightly more expensive. And of course, usually the cheapest deal you can find them is definitely on Facebook, but I will definitely recommend making sure you know that these are people that you have either deal with before or they have pretty good reputation. So the price they're selling at the moment, it's at $1,350 of both Black Bolt and White Flare sealed in a carton. So that means you get actually 20 of them. So if you convert that to each booster bundle, it's about $67. It's I think this is the cheapest I can find on Facebook Marketplace in Singapore, one of the TCG trading group. So this is actually pretty good deal, $67.50 per bundle. But of course, you are buying them in bulk, and this is in sealed in a carton, so it's actually not so bad because there are actually people who are paying premium for the 151 sealed inner 10 bundles, as well as for prismatic as well, because they don't come by easily. And the fact that they have this is pretty good. And I think this person probably got it from Maxoff in Singapore. That's why they have a few of them, because this is just released today. And I'm not sure how many bundles this person have, but they have, 2 sets left. And we also have one more over here, but only 1 set. He probably copied from some of the shop, or maybe lucky and found it in the wild in the retail. And $140 per bundle. So this is on Facebook again. And on the usual shopping platform of Shopee, you can find quite a lot of them, but be very, very careful because some of them are of the different language. So I think I saw some Korean ones, and yeah, mostly Korean, and also quite a few of the very, very shady ones, which I will show you in a while. This one is pretty expensive. Brin's Collectible. I think they're pretty new. I mean, it shows that they joined 8 years ago, but I have honestly probably the first few times I've seen their name on Shopee. Maybe I don't shop here a lot, but if they have been around for a long time, maybe let me know. But their price is not exactly cheap. And next one, this Luna is actually pretty alright. I think I've bought some from them before in the past. Quite alright. And if you're buying both at the same time, it's 160, but you get to spend the cashback voucher, which means you can get back about 10% of it. So if you consider that, then it will go down to about $145 for both, which is a pretty alright deal. So if you're buying them separately, it's about $80. If you're buying them both, it's about the same, but yeah, you get to use a cashback voucher. This is the one that I say is a little bit shady. $50 looks very cheap. The MSRP in Singapore for bundle is 41.80 Singapore dollar. And yeah, just look at the account name and 0 rating. You know, joined 1 month ago, 0 follower. I will definitely not buy from them, from shipping from Indonesia. Please do not fall for this. And here's another one, 29.42. Similarly, the name is a little bit crazy. I don't know what it means, and it's coming from Indonesia, no warranty, so please do not buy from them. Here's another one, Koyuki TCG. Again, I have not seen them before. If you have bought from them, let me know how it goes. But they are selling for about $175, no cashback voucher, so it's a little bit on the pricey side. And on eBay at the moment, the cheapest ones I've seen is actually from UK, surprisingly. But if you consider shipping, definitely it's expensive. But if you're in the UK, actually, yeah, you can find some good deals. Like yeah, £33. It's not so bad. This is only very slightly, about 20% above MSRP in Singapore. I think it's similar in the UK. These people probably got it from the Pokemon Center or some retail store at MSRP, and they selling it at about 20%. Profit margin is pretty good deal. £61 for 2 is a very good deal. And of course, if you're buying them, then you have to include the shipping, so probably not worth the money. Honestly, if you just add them up, I convert quickly, and this will come up to about 150 Singapore dollar. But of course, you have to include the tax and all that things, so it's probably not worth doing. And you will not be, you know, guaranteed the condition of the box, whether it will go missing along the way. So I don't think it's worth the risk. But if you would like to try, I think it's not a bad deal. So at the moment, that's roughly the price is going for. If you're buying from US, it's slightly more expensive. Australian, actually pretty alright. I'm not sure what was the best offer accepted, but it looks quite alright. It's slightly on the high side, but it's not exactly too bad. So yeah, so today is the release of the booster bundle. I think it's gonna cool down a little bit. So if you compare this to bundles of, you know, 151 or Prismatic Evolution, or the more popular product and Powder and Fate even, this is actually cheaper, a lot cheaper than those three. But in the future, we honestly will not know whether it will do well, or they will do as well as the 151, the Prismatic, or even the Powder and Fates. But I'm willing to, you know, wait for it and see how it goes, maybe when it goes out of print. And because this set is the one of the set that actually have God Pack, just like Prismatic Evolution, so even though the cards inside are not, you know, as valuable or sought after as the other sets, because Gen 5 Pokemon, not everybody is very familiar with them. And definitely, if you are not really into black and white era, the Gen 5 Pokemons, you probably do not appreciate this as much as the other sets. So that's something you should consider. There you go. If you like to buy some, you have a few options. Now let's go to the holiday calendar. I think I've said it in my earlier video. This is pretty interesting because it comes with only 6 normal booster packs. You have 2 Destined Rival, which is the most sought after one at the moment. The booster box is actually going close to 350 American dollar. So it's really expensive. And Journey Together is going pretty well as well. It's something that you do not find easily in the wild. And you have a pack of Temporal Forces and 1 pack of Paradox Rift. You have some fun packs here, and quite interestingly, this time around they brought the Illustration Rare into part of their promo cards. I think that's very nice. You have the Vanillish, you have the Crabble Minable, so it's pretty good. and the rest of them is just the typical Christmas cards, Christmas Pokemons, snowflake stamp. Nothing too crazy about them, but you have 2 stickers as well. So if you have any kids at home, I think this is actually a pretty good product to go with, especially at a market like this. If you can find this under MSRP, I think it's pretty good deal. So I got this for 65 Singapore dollar. For me, I think it's pretty good. I mean, the fun packs, you don't expect too much from it, but it is still fun for the kids. They don't really care. They just want to open some packs, look what they get. So it doesn't really matter. These other packs, of course, getting pretty expensive at the moment. If you look at Pokemon Center USA, they surprisingly have not put them onto the website yet. And they're selling for actually 50 USD. So I said I bought it at 65 Singapore dollar, which if you convert to the US dollar is almost exactly 50. So yeah, so it's about the same. And if you are looking at eBay, there are actually people selling, you can call it scalping or whatever you want to call it, but it's definitely above MSRP. So MSRP was $50. They sold it at 65. Again, you know, British pound actually doing quite alright. UK people selling quite reasonably. USD 80, 80, 71, 87, 70, something like that. Canadian as well. So if you're interested to get it, I think, yeah, you can find some on eBay if you can't find it easily outside. This is not something that you can see everywhere because it's not something that is very popular in the past. They usually take quite long to sell. So most shops don't carry them a lot. But if you are interested in them, I really recommend this edition of the holiday calendar because of the IR, and also you have 2 Destiny Rival packs inside. So it's a pretty good deal if you can find them at a good price. Right, so that's all I wanted to share today. Let me know if you have any comments. Let me know whether you are interested to get this as well. Of course, the booster bundle, I think, is something that most people are trying to get. Let me know whether you got any good luck getting them and at what price. See you in the next one.